Rich Rising, we're back for another reading. Today I'm going to be pulling out from 3 decks. The Hoodoo deck, the typical original Rider Waite Tarot. And then we have the Moonology deck, which I love, Oracle cards. This is a good one, y'all, especially for beginners, especially those who are really good with astrology. I feel like not really good, but have some astrology knowledge of just knowing what some of the signs represent, the elements, cardinal, mutable, and what the full moon and new moon means. If you can know those things, the Moonology deck will definitely help you. Even if you don't know, you kind of do know what like Aries energy is like. Or if you don't, you could always look it up just to see. But like each sign has, an element, either water, air, fire, and earth. And it has, I forget what you call them, but it's either mutable, cardinal, or fixed. Mutable is changeable, fixed is the same, it doesn't change, and cardinal is it's going for it, yeah, it's going for it. Mutable, changeable, and fixed stays the same. And then you have the elements, like I mentioned, and then the full moon, what the new moon means. Full moon is usually a time of release, and new moon is usually a time of manifesting and bringing in. One is to release, to remove, and one is to draw in, bring in. Funny, we were speaking about that. It's the moon is in Scorpio, and Scorpio is a sign of transformation. One thing I'm noticing about transformation and things that you're trying to draw in, sometimes we really do need to get rid of what's around or what isn't serving for us to bring in new. Either what isn't serving with between us, what isn't serving in our lives, in our surroundings, in our environment, what habits, what mindsets isn't serving. It can go to that extent as well. So we have King of Swords in reverse. When you see a King of Swords energy, you think of like the ultimate manifester in a way. It's this king energy, and it has a little bit of like the masculinity behind it. So kings are, they just know what they know, and they're a master at knowing what they know. And this element has to do with the air element, which is thinking, communicating, processing information, and thoughts, judgment, thoughts, communicating, things like that. So the way we think, and with this, it's like a really mastered energy, which is has a lot to do with maybe the authority and the control, some bit of control in which you have when it comes to our thoughts and our communication. So either you knowing how to do these things, maybe, you just know how to do these things really well. Maybe you're going to have some really excellent conversations where you have to exercise your authority, where, it's going to come natural. The way you communicate, the way you're thinking, it's in a way that is of someone who knows what they're saying, who knows what they're thinking, kind of like that confidence, knowing your abilities, knowing what you bring forth. But it's in reverse, so at the same time, it can be like you are a little bit too authoritative, can be violent as well, too authoritative, too violent. It also can be in like a bit of, I don't want to say change. Teacher. So having some like teacher type qualities, as well as the PA. So I see this as an intuitive, because you do see the moon here as well. And you see gold. So having some type of richness in the way, you know, we either represent, or the way we are, the way we are coming off, and our character is coming off either rich, or the way we are seeing ourselves today is, you know, of a higher way. Not a higher way, but like putting respect on the way who we are, or you know. Also, I see like coming together, and, you know, giving some type of nurturing, giving some type of nurturing, and some type of, you know, guidance to maybe, guidance to the youth, or you're being nurtured by someone who it might be older. You might be the one who's getting nurtured, or receiving some type of, just receiving some type of, you know, care or nurture is what I'm seeing. Yeah, you're either receiving, or you're giving that in some way, where you coming off as like the father and mother and daughter, mother and son type of, you know, energy of, you know, receiving some type of nurturing. Either that's from somebody, or like you're giving, you know, and that can be interesting. So we have the PA, 8 of PA. Very father-like, 5, intuitive. So I see the home maybe being involved. See how that resonates. So the home with a mother as well. So maybe some of us are nurturing, being home, being with the mother, nurturing the home, or just the mother. Some of us may be around our mothers, maybe, you know, that type of vibe. Maybe some of our mothers, or the people who nurture us, are very like the things that they're telling us to do, or how the way they're coming off can be a little bit of like a little kind of overpowering, like, you know, a little kind of like overpowering, like they're in an authoritative way. Or maybe our thoughts being a little confused, being surrounding our mothers, surrounding our homes as well. And then with the Moonology card, we have a waning moon in reverse, and what do you need to release? Okay, yes, so this definitely. So I feel like some of us are dealing with something that has to deal with the things that we have been thinking of recent, or the things that we have been like thinking. Yes, the thoughts that we basically have been thinking when it pertains to our family, home, children. There's something that needs to be readjusted. There's something that needs to be, you know, talked about, or opened up, or, you know, settled when it comes to that area. And sometimes I feel like we, you know, we're not opened up about that, you know? We're not coming off real about what needs to be changed, what needs to be readjusted so that the family unit or the home can be, you know, more nurturing, more, you know, operating in that sense, because our home is like our home, you know. That's where we recharge. That's our comfort space. Home is comfort. Home is privacy. Home is, you know, personal, very personal. So with that being said, I feel like there's some of us that feel like there's some things that need to be mentioned, things that need to be heard, thoughts that need to be communicated, that that needs to be addressed in order for us to move forward in a way that will be more nurturing, more loving, more, you know, in that sense. So either or having, you know, but having like a close one-on-one interaction, either with someone that we love, someone that, you know, we look up to, or someone that we feel needs a little bit of, you know, of our care. But it could come off like, okay, I feel like, yeah, someone that we love, someone that we care for, there's things that need to be said. Things that need to be said. You know, if it's our mothers, if it's in a home, if it's our partners, if it's our children, if it's you, you know, there's something that will need to be said. And at the same time, I feel like someone is like holding that back. Either if it's you that's holding that back, that kind of keeps the cycle from continuing, because someone's not really being open up on what needs to be changed or what needs to be communicated in a way so that we can step forward and really move, you know, really be moving in a way that, you know, it's like when you address the situation, now you're able to really heal and move in a way that is, you know, that healed. So whatever problem that is, it doesn't exist anymore because you're healing or in the process of healing. But sometimes I feel like we're not mentioning, we're not opening up to that. So it's kind of staying stagnant. It's kind of staying the same. We're kind of repeating the same cycle. So whoever that resonates with, I feel like it's kind of deep, but that's what I'm seeing from this message today. Yeah, we have a lot going on. I chose 3 different decks today, just to see what the guides and ancestors got to say to the collective. But if not, if it didn't resonate, we always have tomorrow, so that's okay. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sundays. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your Sundays. What I'm going to be doing is just planning today. Next week I will be going away, but what I like to do on Sundays is like take my stuff out the fridge so that I can, like I said, bring out the old. The only way I feel like it's proper, because when I don't do it this way, I feel like it's all like mumble jumble. So what I like to do is remove the stuff out from my fridge that is expired. Maybe if I had food that we didn't really get to eat and now it's sitting in some bowls, you know, the leftovers, or, you know, things that are expired, things that are a little kind of old. Maybe I had some pieces of kale or some pieces of fruits and it got a little moldy. That's what I like to do. So clean out the fridge, throw out what needs to get thrown out, maybe spray up a little round, see, you know, check my what's that called, that box that you keep, you know, baking soda, to see the date. I'll do little stuff like that. See what needs to be emptied, see what needs to be restored. Sometimes I'll have condiments and things, but throughout the week, honestly, I don't really do that. And honestly, throughout the week, I will kind of know when I'm in the kitchen, something runs out, I'll quickly write a little note in my my notes Because cleaning the fridge, I'm not gonna really remember like, oh, I need this, oh, I need that. Sometimes it doesn't work that way. So throughout the week, that's what I'll do. And then I'll write my meal prep, like, okay, I'll kind of have in my mind. Sometimes I'm not really a perfectionist at this yet, but I'm just showing you guys what I do because it is working. And if I continue, it will even, I'll see the benefits more. But what I have been doing is just planning my meals before I would go to the grocery store. So I'm not just going into the grocery store and grabbing everything, but I'm grabbing things that are intentionally going to be within my meals that I'm going to eat. And I think about everything. I go from breakfast to what I like. And you always got to know what you like when you're buying your groceries. I don't know. That was probably silly, but maybe someone needed to hear that, because before in the past I would just kind of buy everything. But when you kind of know what you're cooking, like today I'm cooking pasta, I'm going to be making juices, you got to get your breakfast in, what you like during breakfast, your juices, your oatmeal or whatever, your fruits for the breakfast. You got to think about, maybe if you put nut butters on there, you got to think about that. If you have milk, you got to think about the milk. Then I make everything, like if I'm making teas, if I'm making juices, it all is from purified water. So yeah, so I have to buy purified water. I have to buy things like that. Yeah, so things like that. And then I'll think about the meal I'm gonna be making, like making pasta. I'm gonna be making, sometimes I like to do at least 2 to 3 meals. Honestly, 2 meals, but not everybody in my home eats vegan. So not vegan, but plant-based. I'm, Presbyterian, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes I'll be dipping and dabbling, eating fish. I love me some fish. I'm not vegan, so just cross off the labels. But it was easy to say at the moment. Sometimes it's just easy to say, give it the label. So at least when you're in the, when you go out to eat, they're not just, they don't play your shit. When you at least say you're vegan, they'd be like, you want butter? Do you like eggs? I like that because I don't just eat everything, So when you at least say that, they be making sure and a little cautious. I like that care, because it shows that you care, and then it makes them care in a way. It really is kind of dope now that I think about it. Like when I go out and I do be like, no, I can't, I can't eat meat. As soon as I say that, they're, automatically questioning, oh, can you have nuts? Can you have butter? Can you put eggs in there? And that's cool because, like I said, I don't eat everything. So you write down what you eat, you empty out the fridge, and like I said, in with the old, out with the new, whatever it's the same. But so in order basically to bring new, especially I just feel like it's just a brighter energy in my fridge when I empty out all the old shit and then bring in the new shit, versus having all the old shit in there and then bringing in new stuff. And then it's like, but that's, that's old fruits. Why is old fruits, if I'm not going to eat them, why are they sitting in there? If they're rotten or if they aren't serving, why are they here? So out they go. So yeah, it's a little tip. And then I make tea. I'll boil a whole gallon of tea. Just pour it into a pot. A whole gallon of water. I pour it in a pot, let it boil. Then put the tea I put in for the week. I have plenty of teas. And not the teas that come in the bag. I actually go to the herb shop and get it weighed and try different teas, because there's so many different teas and you can make your own blends. But of course you could always go to Whole Foods. Look at me scratching my thing. You could always go to Whole Foods and get you some tea. And then when you do, you put your 4 gallons of water in there and you let it boil. And then to know, like, in the morning, you don't have to really boil your tea. It's already made for you. And the same thing I like to do with juices. Like, I like to, now it's called meal prepping. Like, certain things I'll meal prep my meal. I'll meal prep the juices for the week. So I'll make at least 3 to 4 servings, 3 to 4 days of servings of juice. I'll make the tea. So all I have to do is put it in the pitcher when it's done. And in the morning, I just pour it. And yeah, it makes the whole boiling process. I don't have to boil a fresh batch of tea because I already know my routine. I already know myself. Juices stay in my routine because juices make me feel good. Every time I drink a juice, I have more energy. Every time I drink a juice, I feel like I balance it balance out the other meals, the solid meals that I eat. Like, okay, I had a juice, you know, it's good for my digestion, my mental clarity, and I also get energy. So why not keep in something that has so many benefits? So I'll juice in the morning, and then tea. I'll make a tea because I drink tea every morning, and then the meal prep that I'll make of the week. So yeah, very very, very interesting stuff, and I hope one of you guys were able to resonate with what I said. If not, that's okay. We always got tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see you guys again later. Peace, love, and look at the lights. We have plenty of sunlight on the Sunday, so please don't forget, especially if you don't like to go out in the sun, but it's recommended to at least get 20 minutes of sun for at least 3 days out the week, so you can get your vitamin D. It makes you feel good. So yeah, do things that make you feel good, you know? Why not? So yes, peace, love, and much light. Peace.